Ideas of development. Ideas of development is different from person to person. Then, what is a development? Development involves thinking and working towards our goals. Towards our goals. What is our development? Development involves thinking and working towards our aspirations and our goals. Then what is our aspiration? What is it same for all? Or the goals are same for all? No, it is different from person to person, place to place. Sometimes this development, what we are expecting, is a benefit for a group of people and it is a destructive to other people. Destructive to other people. We will see some examples towards it. First, we will see the landless laborer development. In the means of landless laborer are, for him, what is his goal? He wanted regular work. Because we know that the work in the agriculture field exists for more than nearly 150 days. Then what about the remaining days? So they expected regularity in their work. For their survival they needed to. That is their goal. What is their goal? They wanted regular work. Then landlord. We have to understand that landless laborer and landlord belong to the agriculture. But whereas landless laborer expects and he wanted regularity in work. Whereas for the landlord who is connected to the agriculture field only, he wants a good rainfall. He expects a good rainfall. Then he thinks that he is able to get whatever he wanted. By that good rainfall, he is able, maybe the crop yield will increase. By that, he get a good income. That is his goal. That he wanted. Whereas, and the farmer also, this landlord also wanted that water reservoirs for irrigation purposes in the absence of a rainfall. Whereas an industrialist, he expects a big dam. Because he wanted energy, a hydroelectrical energy, so that's why he expects a big dam. But for industrialists, he expects he thinks that by the dam he is able to get more benefit. Whereas by the construction of the dam, small peasants, they feel that their lands might be merged in that water. He wanted reservoir, he wanted dams, and these are the lands and the villages which come under merging by the water. They feel it is a destructive. So by this, what do you understand? Development of a person might be destructive to other. In this, one example they gave in our textbook, that is a Kudankulam power project. Kudankulam nuclear power project. It is in Tamil Nadu. It is in Tamil Nadu, Tirunelveli district. It is in Tirunelveli district in Tamil Nadu. The people of Kudankulam protested against this power project. Actually, what is the benefit of this nuclear power project? It is an alternative source for energy, because we all need power now. So that it is one of the source for energy. So the government wanted to establish this nuclear project by the collaboration with the other countries. They started their work, but the people of Kudankulam protested against because why they protested? Why did they protest? Because they wanted their life security and they wanted their livelihood. They wanted to protect their lives from the radioactive perils of this project. Because of this project, it is in the coastal area. Because of that, might be the environment pollution will be happen. That's why they protested. But finally, the Supreme Court promised them, by taking the consideration of all the protective measures, they are going to construct that. And they completed it, and slowly they are completing one wing of that Kudankulam power project. By this, what we understand? We wanted, whatever we are thinking about development, we wanted for the better income. We wanted better income. Is it right or not? By that income only we think that we are in the progressive way. We are in progress. We are developed. Along with this, we consider some of the goals. What are the goals? They are in this income and other goals. We wanted freedom, equal treatment, respect, security and discrimination. Suppose we got a good job opportunity which is very near to our hometown, and we got one more opportunity which is far away from our hometown. Maybe the salary, the income, what we get from that place is very high than the place which is near to hometown. To which opportunity we prefer? Generally, we prefer the opportunity which is very close to our hometown, because we need some closeness to our native land. And one more thing we observe there, how do we get a respect? Are we getting equal treatment or not? And are there any security for our job? That is also to take into consideration. And not only income and other criteria, other factors also we take into consideration for our development. Money cannot get all the things. Along with the money, we need some non-material things. With money, we will buy some physical things only. But we cannot buy all these things, equal treatment, security, satisfaction, we can't get. So that also needed for our country. And that also needed for our development. And compare all the children, then we will say, he is a. We will take into consideration the academic standards and the all-round development will be taken into consideration. How he is behaving in the class, what is his quality, and all this we will take into consideration. But whereas in the society, how do we feel about development? We will take into consideration of the income levels. What do we take? Income levels. We feel that if anyone is earning more and more, then we will say, he is in a developing stage. Is it right or not? In the same way, if we had to compare different countries, which country is a developed country? Then we will take income. We will take the consideration of income only. Particularly, the World Bank considers per capita income to decide the position of the development of a particular country. Per capita income. What is per capita income? It is also known as a average income also. How do we get the per capita income? The income of the country, the total income of the country divided by the population, then we will get a per capita income. Okay, that is only average income. By knowing this per capita income, the World Bank decides which is a rich country and which is a poor country. For this, as per the 2012 record, as the 2012 survey, World Bank decides the country which is having more than 12,600 US dollars will be treated as a rich country, and the countries which have less than 1,035 US dollars, they are treated as a poor income countries, and who is at 12,600 and 1,035, they will be treated as a middle income countries. Middle income countries. Generally, this whoever the rich countries, they are treated as a developed countries, but not all. Some of the countries who have more income and rich countries, they can't be developed countries also. The remaining topic we will discuss in the next class. Thank you.